この番組はご覧のスポンサーの提供でお送りします。Alrighty, welcome everyone. I'm Teeaboo and I am here for Zoku Owarimonogatari, the continuation of the end, and also a continuation of this intro because I already recorded most of it. I think I was recording for like 5 or 6 minutes and then I looked over and realized I wasn't actually recording. So we're gonna just take a step back and restart, shall we? I mean, you didn't see it, so you don't even know it exists. I'm just telling you. Okay. So, it's Wednesday. It's time to start Zoku. It's bittersweet to be starting this chapter of the story because as far as I know, this is the last thing that's adapted. And while I'm pretty sure that Oisin is going on and continuing to write Monogatari novels, and I'm pretty sure that Shaft is going on and going to continue to adapt them, this is the last thing that we have right now. And that is... Well, it's kind of sad. It's kind of sad, and I already said all of this, but I'll say it again because I think it's worth saying. We've been living in Monogatari world, or I have, for a good little while now, and we've been tearing through it by any respectable reactor's pace or anything like that. I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing or a bad thing or whatever, but we've been tearing through it and watching lots of arcs in a single video and getting sucked into the cliffhanger cycle and all of that stuff. And I'm glad to be doing that. I wouldn't do it any other way. I want to watch things at the pace that I want to watch them, and that's it. But it's kind of bittersweet to have charged through it so quickly. And even though we've charged through it so quickly, it's still been almost half a year that we've been watching Monogatari every week. And that's kind of amazing. And I can't help but feel that there's a sense of loss going into the beginning of the end here because I've been invested in this world and these characters and their stories in a way that I can't really relate to many other shows that I've watched. And I don't think that Monogatari as a series can really be related to most other shows that I've watched. I mean, maybe on a surface level, you could say, oh, this in some ways is like this other thing, but there really isn't anything. There really isn't anything that functions in the way that Monogatari does, with characters that are so lively and vibrant and yet harbor darkness like real people within them, that has this amazing balance of light and life and joy and love in its world. And then all of that is sort of constantly at war with the darkness within and the darkness that is a part of this world. It's a strange, warped funhouse mirror of reality that I think in a way that only distanced media, and by distanced media I mean media with I mean anime. I mean anime. I mean media that creates and produces a distance between real people and the stories on display. It allows us a lens, and a hazy lens sometimes, but a way of looking at ourselves in the mirror and understanding what we maybe didn't before, and what maybe we wouldn't have understood if it weren't shown to us with a little bit of a haze. I don't know if that makes any sense. I'm just trying to say that Gatari has been really special for me, and I can't help but be sad coming to, for now, the end of it. And again, I'm sure that there will be more, and I'm sure that we'll watch it at some point. But for now, and for the foreseeable future, this is all we've got, and that saddens me. I kind of just want to revel in it a little bit more, and to enjoy this world and these characters a little bit more, and to get to know them a little bit better. And I think that at a certain point, the only way to do that is to go back and start all over again, and watch it all again with new context and a new understanding of where it's going. And I know that a lot of the people who are watching my reactions to this show are doing exactly that in their own way. And now as we come to the end here, and I'm sort of facing that oblivion of being without new Monogatari to watch every week, I sort of see a glimmer of understanding why you would want to relive this and stay in it and live in it. And it's beautiful, and part of that beauty is the pain that it causes. Like, there are some painful stories in Monogatari, and they're real because of that. They're real because they make us feel things, and it's made me feel things all over the map. And I don't know if there's a show that's done that to me in the same way. And I don't mean for this to be a big ol' wrap up about the series. I just want to express some of the things that I'm thinking as we move into this, for now, last chapter. Ah, it's tough. It's weird. But that's part of the journey, is that it comes to an end. It's life, right? It's I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I'm talking out my ass. Anyway, we're going to go ahead and watch Zoku Owari and revel in it for a little bit longer. Now, housekeeping and just decisions being made. I made a decision this morning when I went and looked for a version, since nobody in my Discord approached me and said you should watch this version specifically, as they had for Owari season 2, which I appreciate. The recommendation of the Toei Shai version for Owari S2 was a solid recommendation. So I went and looked for it on my own, and from what I understand, Zoku Owari was originally released as a film in theaters in Japan, one big chunk of thing. And then it was also later released as a TV version with 24-minute episodes ish. And then it was also released as Blu-rays with some changes made from the TV version, but then in Blu-ray disc form and with all the OPs and EDs and 24 minutes ish per episode. So for me, as what I do in the way that I watch things and just being a reactor, I have come pretty solidly to the conclusion that watching things as movies is about the least efficient and like the worst way for me to watch things. So if I have the option, I'll go for episode format, and that's what we're gonna do. I think that you can see the result of this in like the Kizu reactions and discussions. Usually at the end of an hour and a half or a movie length thing, I'm pretty fucking tapped. And beyond that, there's so much that happens in the span of a film that by the time you get to the end, you've forgotten a lot about a lot of what made the earlier parts interesting. And I think that that's shown through on the Kizu reactions. I think it's shown through on the discussion for like End of Ava, but in I think that's kind of fair, because I don't know what you're gonna do at the end of Evangelion except be shell shocked for a little while. But I think that for me, it is ideal to watch the episode versions, and so that's what we're going to do. I don't know if I'm gonna watch all 6 of them right now, but definitely being pushed in that direction just by the fact that they came out as a movie. Um, it's something that I'll definitely keep in mind. If we do end up watching the 6, and you'll already know this because you'll see how many episodes there are in the title and you'll see how long this video is. But if we do watch all 6, I'll take an extended break at the 3rd episode mark, in order to make some food for my doggo and maybe some food for myself and maybe re-up on tea. But we're starting pretty early today. We've got all day. So I don't see a reason not to watch all 6 unless we get real exhausted by episode 3, which we probably will, but that's probably okay. We'll probably push through it. So I've gone ahead and downloaded let me check the version so that I get it exactly right for you. I've gone ahead and downloaded the MTBB Zoku Owarimonogatari BD720p version. There is also above it in seeds, there is the MTBB Zoku Owarimonogatari the movie, where they took the Blu-ray versions, cut out all the OPs, and sort of spliced them together to make one big thing. Again, that would be a totally viable thing to watch, but I think we'll do better in the discussion portion if we have it split up into episodes, and besides, we get to listen to the OPs and EDs and stuff, and that's always fun. So that's what we're going to do. We've got 6 more episodes, and then we'll be saying goodbye to Monogatari for a little while. That's pretty sad. Well, nothing to it but to do it. Let's go ahead and jump on in to Zoku Owarimonogatari, Episode 1, and we'll see where this story is going from here. It's kind of confusing because I already said most of this stuff and then I'm recording it again, but I don't know where we're going to be going with this. It's the continuation of the end, which is kind of paradoxical just a little bit, but it's Nisio Isin, so I get the distinct feeling that he knows what he's doing and is gonna have fun with it. I don't know whether this is gonna be like a series of disconnected tales, whether it's going to be one single anomaly or oddity that we end up dealing with, what characters are going to be involved, anything. I don't even know if this is going to be within the time frame that we're expecting. Like Hana was way after what I was expecting, and I don't know if this is going to be somewhere in between or immediately picking up after the events of Owari S2. I don't know. I would think so given the title of Zoku Owari, but I don't know. And I'm looking forward to finding out. I'm looking forward to spending a little bit more time in this universe because I really like it. And that's it. Okay, let's actually turn our attention to the episode in question. I have episode 1 of Zoku Owarimonogatari up and ready to go. It is at 0 seconds. There will be 2 versions of this reaction video. You can find a picture-in-picture version with the video up there in the corner, linked in the description, and a timer-based version up on YouTube. If you would like to sync up your own copy of these episodes with the timer-based version on YouTube, again, I'm using the MTBB Blu-ray version thing with the episodes split up. Get your copy ready because the beep beep timer to count you down to 0 when we will actually begin will be coming at you right now. We're using this soundtrack again? Yes. Okay. Okay. A new set of premises? That's one of the covers. Uh-huh. All of the volumes. Hmm. 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 I love this piece of soundtrack. Oshino Meme. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Hmm. They're bonus levels. Okay, that seems like a setup. A better lesson. Glitchy? Like that one time where his voice started glitching? Backward? The continuation of the dream, the far side of the moon. Mirrors? And reflections. Yeah, mirrors. I can't see if there are differences on the left and right. And have they reversed the dialogue? That's a weird soundtrack. Daily Violent Awakening, yeah. What? Aww. Everything will change, yeah. But nothing will change. Sure. Hi, Oikura. This is weird and kind of discordant. Hi, Ogi. Sure. Sure. Hi, Shinobu. Hi, Nautico. Right. Hi, Hachikuji. Ah. I'm in between. Sure. Okay. Yep. Unless it was your parents. Mirror. What's weird? That's weird. Ha. Is he getting pulled in? Huh? Mirrors, eh? Other side. All flipped. No, I don't think so, buddy. I've seen some Star Trek. Other side. Yeah, but where are you? Are we in the mirror universe? Reversed. Did she get lolier? Like significantly lolier? Uh-huh. Eh? It's on the other side. I don't know, Karen. I don't know. This is really weird. Is she weird and What else is different? Through a kaleidoscope? Oh, she seems the same. Yeah. Tiny bit, but she's not speaking backward. Oh, should be a Y. But it's right in this universe. Okay. Skihi's normal. Why is Skihi normal-ish? Hi. What's different about you? Oh, God. What? She's... That's Kagenui's outfit, mostly, isn't it? I don't like this version. I don't like it. This is not the Ononoki I know. That's not your catchphrase. Why are you smiling? Stop it. It's weird. And you have a ton of meta knowledge. Okay. Alright, are we gonna alternate version all the characters? I hope so. Is Shinobu there? Actually, that kind of makes sense in the mirror world. Or she didn't come with you, if it is a mirror. I don't know about that, dude. I think it might be something weird. Like we're talking about two things that modify light. Mirrors and shadows. Uh-huh. And what's different about Hachikuji? Because if you ruin my Hachikuji, I will be not happy. Uh-oh. Well, someone's gotten to that one before you did. We haven't seen these little drawings in a little while. You already figured that one out, bud. All right. All right, where's Hachikuji? You have to take money from the box? Is that older? It's older Hachikuji. Kind of. And reversed. She's the predator. And with his feet. Yep. Alright, I'm okay with this. Will he Kamimashita? Oh. He will chomp. Hachichikuji? Shitsude. Oh. Weird. 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 Right. Yeah. Right. We met her. An important one. Okay. Does that mean that there's a mirror Araragi going around in the real world right now? Sure. Yeah. Extremely. And terrifying. Right. And hopefully doesn't hate donuts. Indeed. Where's Senjokahara? Where's Hanakawa? Yeah. 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 Mirror. Right. Yeah. Hmm. Instead of a character. Yeah. 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 How so? Right. At all. Right. Okay, that makes perfect sense. I did not put that together. Real dumb. No vamp in mirror. Right. How do we return? Cool atmosphere in the background. Yes. Was using Shinobu's power. Yeah. Shinobu. Yeah. How in Mirror Universe does she remember meeting him? Yeah. Okay. So nothing is impossible. Which you shouldn't be able to if she can't exist here. Is she around as not a vampire? No. Hmm. A frozen moment. As he's in between. Is that tree normally on that side? Probably. Just defining traits. Yeah. And the meta-ness of the beginning sequence. What's your choice? What's your option? Eh? But how? You mean from that side? Right. But how can you communicate to the other side? She knows something's off. Maybe. Oh, I love the moon as a cruel mistress. So Heinlein and what's his face? Philip K. Dick. Mm, yeah, just that one moment is mirrored. The water? The reflection in the water? From, okay. Reflections again. Well, that was a cool first episode. All right, let's do a bit of due diligence and go back through the thematic like setup thing that we get. The first thing that was immediately apparent is the pieces of soundtrack that we're using that are repeated, like the one that's used here and was used in Owari. Oh, so good. And then what becomes immediately apparent as we actually switch into the Mirrorverse is that the soundtrack is weird and I really like it. The atmosphere created in a lot of these scenes near the end with these sort of glitchy, somewhat distorted-y tracks. Oh, it's fantastic. Okay, so there's clearly a heavy meta element going on here. I don't know how much of it matters, and I don't have any real idea of like what the source of this odd situation really is, but we go through all of the characters and stories that we've gone through. Sure, fine, great. This is their bonus levels, or perhaps their lost levels. That's no reason to think less of them. Losing is a better lesson than winning. Okay. Coming from lost levels. Weird. Let's pay attention and see what we can learn. And then we get the OP, and reflections are everywhere in the OP. Immediately, like there's like this weird duality going on everywhere, and then the audio itself, I think, is reversed. No, it's not that it's reversed. It is, I think, when he actually starts singing, but when he's just doing the voiceover here, it's that glitchy, almost echoey glitching out effect. Similar to, I can't remember which section it was, but we had a sequence where he was thinking in his own mind, and it was like repeating itself and then glitching out and kind of echoing in a weird way. Sort of like the same experience that you get when you use one of those things that messes up your ability to speak if you listen to your own voice through it with a slight delay. I think you probably know what I'm talking about. Anyway, then we get the first like clues, which are the reflections and this sort of weird, but we've got like sort of non-Euclidean reflection space going on here with this curving spiral away and this flat wall behind that seem to be carrying the same elements across them. Real strange. And then when we push through here, oh right, I can't. It's frame by frame is E, right? Are there are there differences on the sides? I assume so. Yeah, there are, but I don't know what they are. Like those are pointer fingers, like in Kizu. Okay, little Hachikuji, big Hachikuji, dark shadow form Ogi, Ogi with arrows pointing the direction. Ogi in a skirt, Ogi in pants. Is is the boy Ogi that we met in Hana the Mirror Universe Ogi? Or does Hana take place in the Mirror Universe? Whoa. Whoa. And he's going to Kambaru's for help, right? Okay. Standard standard Ononoki versus dancing happy in bell bottoms with mostly wearing Kagenui's outfit. I really hate that Ononoki. It's not right. Uh okay. These are Nauticos, but not sure what the difference is here. We're gonna get super gangsta Nautico? Assuming that's Nautico, I think so. Then the two of them, very little different with Skihi, but Karen, it goes from being tall and lanky and athletic to being a tiny loli. Okay. Is that Hanakawa? Yeah, she's got the cat over there. And then is it gonna be tiny Hanakawa? Mini Tsubasa? That could be cool. Are there more? Do we see Senjo? No? Okay. That's unfortunate. Okay, and I didn't even catch it. Koyomi Reverse. End story sequel. Cool. And then we get the next day, things are already changing, and we get this talk about no longer being a third year and being right between things, having no title, being sort of lost and in a limbo, which I would assume has some contribution to what he's experiencing now with the Mirrorverse, but I don't know. Yeah, so I am just Araragi Koyomi. We pass through all of these characters. And then into the mirror. And there's something off about the direction. And nothing has happened yet. It's just that we keep flashing to random things like the drop of water being so present. And we get all these shots of the eyes and noticing that something is wrong, and then we see the mirror doesn't move. So he goes to inspect it and gets pulled in, it seems, and finds himself in the mirror universe on the other side. Immediately goes and I assume that the hot and cold are reversed, so he goes for cold water, gets hot, and still hasn't figured out what's really going on, partly because he doesn't want to. He doesn't want to understand that things are real weird right now. And then every time we introduce a character, we do this kaleidoscope before we show them, and we've got Tiny Karen, and it's real weird, but there's like a distortion effect on her actual voice, and then the way that they've subbed it, they've got these Japanese subs going backward, which have also been subbed into English, and then the actual subs below, which is real difficult to look at. And I think whether it's a choice that was made for the actual Blu-rays or something that kind of the subbers are doing as well, it kind of gives us that little dissonance, even just reading the text, because your eyes immediately go to the top line of the text and it's backward. And I found myself when it was coming up, like trying to read the backward text and then having to remind myself that there's forward text right underneath it. It just created that momentary dissonance in everything that the characters were saying, which I think is what they're trying to get across, is what Araragi is experiencing. We get a height chart, which I assume is actual like production materials. Height comparison chart, final version, Zoku Owarimonogatari. I assume. That's me. She gets changed and then yells at him for looking at his little sister in her underwear. Uh, and then we get Skihi, and her thing is the wrong way. And that's all that's different. It's a right to left thing. I'm sure there's something else going on there too. And then we get the most horrifying thing I've ever seen, which is grinning Yotsuki. No. No, no, Noki. No, 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 no. No. And she's wearing these long, like, bell-bottom type clothes that are really what Kagenui wears. I'm just gonna Google Kagenui. Kagenui. Images. Yep. They're a little bit frillier. She's got frills in the same way her normal dress does, but she's got the thick-soled shoes and the sort of bell-bottom aesthetic and the same sort of like over jacket but shorter, and the under frilly thing, which is not frilly on Kagenui but is on her. Okay, cool. Real weird. Really hate it. Really, really do not like this Ononoki at all. Okay, so no Shinobu. I was thinking way too far into this. I was like, oh, maybe because it's a mirror and she's in his shadow, like your shadow doesn't come with you into the mirror. No, there are no vampires in mirrors. Die. Of course not. Okay, perfect. Great. Move along, get some cool shots, of her, and go to the shrine. Do the clap clap. Araragi is just patting himself on the back for being so brilliant to come up with the idea of giving money to a god to get them to come out. It's like, bruh, that was like 6 seasons ago. Kaiki's way ahead of you, but it doesn't really matter. And out she comes, and our reversal is that she's the perv, or the physical assailant of the bunch, and she takes his role throughout, and it's pretty great. There's some really cool animation going on just all over the place between the effect stuff and these frames and just the whole sequence. I particularly love how, like, with what would it be, kind of like one of those jump on it bottle rocket type things where you jump on it and it shoots the thing out. It's great. Swings him around. I was kind of expecting / hoping that he would end up messing up her name and then pull a Kamimashita, but I guess that would be a little bit too far. And yeah, that's her. We've met her before, and she knows that we've met her. So things in this universe definitely do not need to make sense. And everything seems to be based on just the reflection of that particular moment. Yeah, no vampires in mirrors. You are in a mirror universe. It begins to rain. I don't know why. And the reveal is done. No vampires in mirrors. And what we're going to have to do is get Shinobu, Kishat, Asarelia, Orion, Hard Underblade from the other side to help you out. And then we're going to go over to Kambaru's house to look in the water, where her father looked and he thought he saw her mother, right? Okay, interesting. We're gonna have to see, like, what is Kambaru gonna be if she's. I get the feeling that Oisin is choosing like some of their most notable traits and twisting them. Although that's weird for Karin and her height, but it makes sense for Ononoki and her emotionless exterior. Skihi doesn't really make sense. Hachikuji, I mean, her main characteristic is that she is a 10-year-old loli, so change that. And also entirely reverse the dynamic between her and Araragi. For Kambaru, like, her whole thing is that she's athletic, so what if she's like a 600-pound slob? Oh no. What if Hanakawa doesn't know anything? Oh no. Hanakawa's gonna be an idiot. Oh no. What is Senjogahara gonna be? Ugly? I don't know. Not fun to banter with? I don't know. Oh god. I'm a little scared now. I'm gonna hold on to the idea that Ogi is gonna be a boy, though, and we're gonna have to see how that plays out, because I think we're gonna be explaining the why is she a boy from Hana. Either that's in this universe or the two get merged somehow. Okay. I like this. This is a good start. This is interesting. Yes, it's a silly premise, as Oisin himself says, but man, the production is really solid, and there's a bunch of interesting stuff going on. A new set of premises, bonus levels, losing is better lesson than winning, no awakening, nothing but myself, in between titles, no vampires in the mirror, frozen in a single moment, and then I wrote down just in big bold letters, atmosphere, because the entire atmosphere of the mirror world is very noticeably shifted, and a lot of that comes from the background sound design and music, and it's really nice. I like it. Okay, let's move into the next episode. I'm gonna take a quick break, do a sinky thingy, and then we'll come back in just a moment. See you there. Peace. All right, we are back and ready to go for Zoku Owari 2. Not Owari Season 2. Zoku Owari Episode 2. Let's watch it. Beep beep timer. What's with the Diamond Club Heart Spade? The card motif. I don't know. It's off just a little bit, right? Yeah. Right. This full CG scene. Sure. Yeah, what if you can speak to Shinobu if she's the one you'll end up with? Or with Senjukahara? No, but a communication method, maybe. Considering it's episode 2, I kinda doubt you're gonna find an easy solution like that. But maybe. First, we gotta meet Kambaru. Without lewdness? Without masochism? Or... Uh... 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 What? A Kambaru who didn't fall in love with you but instead hates you? That's horrifying. Hmm. Yeah, ha 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 ha. Is that a Hanekawa? What the fuck just happened? Energy drain? Yeah. Yeah. Catatonic. Hey. I don't know, man. Plenty. Okay. Sure. Uh-huh. 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 Not reversed. Because they're oddities? Okay. Worth it. Hmm. Yeah, how would a Mirror Universe resident know? Sure, I'll take it. Seems about right. Very much so. That's a good question. Okay. Hit me. Bring Senjo. Oh. Okay. Okay. That's not that could have been a lot weirder. Yeah. Immensely different. Yeah. Yeah. That always works out well. Oh. Can you not read them? Because they're all mirrored? Fuck. Right, but it would take you forever. These tracks are so cool. What did he buy? Hmm. Hmm. Please no. Anybody else? Is Meme still around? Nah, not Ononoki. Karen? Oh. What? Who dat? Who dat? Is that Oikura? It's not Oikura, right? No. No, 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 no. No, 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 no. What the fuck am I? What? Alright, I have no idea. You totally did, of course. Oikura stayed. That's the only thing I could think of. Oh my god! Dude, no. Oh, no. Different possibilities, the bonus levels. This is truly the darkest timeline. She's really cute. It's a real big problem. These background tracks are so cool. Yeah, neither do I. I don't know enough to know. That's real weird. Because you're the mirror version who's always into him instead of the opposite. Ah! Yep. Yeah, you leave this mirror universe, you leave behind this option of Sodachi. This becomes a way to change all of your choices. Doesn't feel real. Cool. Ooh. Yeah, this is a terrifying premise. Yeah, it changes everything. Red light. Find Mei. Find. Yeah. Yeah. Who that? Is that Nautico? Super friendly Nautico, eh? Nautico. Sure. Kuchinawa-san. So she remained an oddity, just like the cat and the rainy devil. No, please explain everything. Sure. That hand animation, though. Hey, not really the time. It was cute for a moment. Oh, wait. Exactly the way it would be for her. Yeah. How so? Okay. Nope. Offerings. Sake. Well, they're the gods. Please explain otherwise. Eh. Okay. Yeah, it does. That's why I'm writing it down. So Tsukihi's not reversed because she has no truth? But you are the same. Yeah. It's a different side. Mm. What's a letter? Eh? So you would just. But you couldn't get the information to stick. Hmm. Eureka! You've been seeing their other side. Hmm. She doesn't have another side. Skihiwa, Skihida. Okay. And in the same way, the oddities are the other sides of their respective people, so they're what shows up. Kombaro still has that side of hating him. And Hanakawa will always have that side of the Neko. Nadeko actually has. So it's showing not their reflection, but their other side. For Hanakawa, that's always going to be the Neko who wants to do what she wants to do. Although there's a little bit of a wrinkle there because she's integrated with it, so I don't know. It makes more sense this way. But I think you could have also made a case for like Hanakawa should have been unchanged because she is both at all times now. But it makes sense. I guess you could say that the other side of Kambaru is that rainy devil within her, and that still Still hatred that's been converted into love, I guess. Weird, 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 weird. And then for Nautico, I guess it's trying to say that the other side of her really is cute and helpful. Weird. Really weird. And for Skihi, she just is Skihi, so she doesn't change at all. I still don't quite understand the Karin switch. I guess maybe that inside she's less confident and less tall and strong. Maybe. But I think that there's only one highlight to this episode that we could even consider calling a highlight to the episode, and that's Oikura. Took me a minute because I didn't want to think that was what was going on here, but that's exactly what's going on here. Oikura, the version of her that maybe could have been. How bittersweet. How bittersweet to see a version of this girl who is lively and happy and caring and loving and vibrant instead of depressed and melancholic. The other side of her. But also maybe what could have been, right? That little conversation, that little speech she has at the end of their scene together. Where she's saying that with everything else, she still has this feeling that it's all a lie. Why am I wishing that it could stay like this? And it creates a sense of loss. If he leaves this mirror world, does it cease to be? Does this version of her cease to be? In any meaningful way that we would be aware of as a reader, sure. That sucks. That sucks. I wonder where Ononoki is now. Why she had to leave. Something's going on. Kanji would probably be best. I'll bet that there's some riddle hidden in that probably makes a lot more sense in the novel. Also, when Oikura was holding up a riddle, that one, is that? I wonder if that's the riddle that was in her section of Owari. It was in Owari, right? I don't even remember at this point. Hmm. Hmm. How sad. Leave it to Oisin to create what seems to be a simple premise, lampshaded in universe as being such a simple premise, and then absolutely destroy it. I'm gonna look up Goss just really quick. Goss Euler. Yep. His ideas paved the way for the work of Carl Friedrich Gauss. Where is it? Yep. Not much. Then on Gauss's page, Euler also shows up. Don't know. Another mathematical legend who came after Euler, but I don't know if there's any, in the same way that Koyomi says it himself. I don't know how to interpret that. Okay. Things are getting weirder, as they usually do in an episode 2. The soundtrack continues to be stellar, just awesome. There's these glitchy, distorty. Oh, it's so much texture to the soundscape of this mirror universe. It's really cool. Okay, let's move on into episode 3. I'm gonna take a break, do a syncy thing. Back in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are all synced up and good to go for episode 3 of Zoku Owari. Let's do it. Beep beep timer. Quite a bit. Right. Because the other side is as much a part of the person. Oh, wow. Is a side of Hanakawa. Yeah. And all of this builds to finding Ogi in here. The other side of Araragi. Hmm. Hmm. That's a very fair point. But that her expression had. Right. She is still that old. Yeah, let's talk about that one. Right. It's still there. Hmm. Hmm. So do I. Hmm. Sure. I don't quite get that one. Right. Sure. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, so I misinterpreted that. Hmm. And hmm. Hmm. This paper cut style is really cool. What's next? The OP. So when will we find Araragi's own other side? And Senjogahara. Okay. It does. They're different, but they're still themselves. Yeah. Did you replace yourself in the mirror? Is your mirror self currently in the real world? Who is you? Ogi. Ogi. Yeah. I don't know. Ogi. Mm-hmm. Definitely. I'm sure you do. I have a feeling no time is passing. I don't know why I have that feeling. Hmm. Just a reflection. Ogie's in your room. Oikor's in your room. Just gonna back out of here really quick. Stop being so cute. They sleep in bunks. Aww. Hmm. So it's imperfect. But how much? Or blurry. Okay. Yeah. Is this the one? She's been sent on a mission, eh? This version's? Okay, what the fuck is that gonna be? She's not a vampire. Probably. But what is she? Where did your emotionalness go? I mean, I like you better this way, but... Are you the one from the other side? That's about as far as they go. Sure. Mm-hmm. Yes, so this is what you were off doing? Okay. The Rube Goldberg machine. Yes. Yes. Hmm. But you were looking in the mirror. Okay. Just did it. Uh-huh. Uh-huh. Super meta Ononoki. Okay. You're welcome. Just didn't do what anyone wouldn't have. Perfect. Yeah. Maybe darkness induce. Yeah, I was about to say. Oh. Bonus levels. Food. All these old games. Normal. It's your other side. Hmm. Of course. I don't know how I can be prepared for that. He hasn't taken off anyone's bottoms yet. Other way around, really. You would. Smited. Green to red. Ogie. Still waiting. Sure. Lots of lights. What's that? Yeah. Oh? Reverse of the relationship with Senjagahara. Ooh. Awful. What is this world Shinobu gonna be? That woman. Mm-hmm. Hmm. To the grammar school? Right. Well, it was being rebuilt. With a helmet on? Celebration? Whoa. It's a fucking castle for Shinobu? It's Disneyland. What the fuck? Her other side is the queen. The queen of aberrations? I don't know. Because vampires. Oh. Right. Oh. You just do it. Because the version of you from this world didn't understand why she started doing that? Why? Okay. What would be more accurate? So she is still Kiss Shot Us early Orion Hard Under Blade. Full power. The other side. That's a scary thought, buddy. Especially if she doesn't have you in her heart, you know? But if that means what I think it means, this is going to be really interesting. Angel? A human. Huh? Huh? Okay. So Ononoki broke Ononoki was the most meta gaming character in the first couple of episodes. And then she broke character to break herself down and reform herself to be more efficient as a character. In character. What? But is worried about doing that too much because it would be outside the bounds of something like her. Neat. Neat. A lot of neat things in this episode, mostly on the visual side of things. The whole introductory sequence that occurs as like a stage play with paper cutouts is really cool and I think really well done. And it's just super interesting to look at all the way through. Shaft again experimenting with various animation styles and various things going on. Really neat. Really neat. And goofy and weird. And great to have a sort of a rundown of the characters because I kind of did the same thing at the end of the discussion to the last video and I kind of messed up some of them. Like especially Nautico, I didn't quite interpret correctly. So it's great to have from, Oisin's own mouth like the explanation of what's being reversed about each of these characters or what other side of them is being shown. And then this whole sequence with these little paper cutouts going crazy and doing cool stuff. This is just kind of awesome looking and really well done. Okay, and then OP, which is still weird. Actually, there's like a flash in the OP near the beginning, that I want to get to and then frame by frame. Yeah, it's right here. There's a flash in here somewhere. There. I used the wrong hotkeys. My bad. Okay, we can find it again. Oh, there are ordered chapters, so I can just find it. Okay, great. So here, and then at this point, I'm just going to start using E to frame by frame. Okay. Not sure. No idea what it is. That's fine. We're just going to skip it. It's probably not that important. It's probably everything. It's got all the answers in that one frame, but we missed it. No. Okay, so quite possibly Oshino-Ogi is on the other side already, and is his alternate version being over there. Come into your room, and Oikura is bunk bedding with you, and is the cutest, and also the cutest. And has like math formulas in glowy chalk on her wall and stuff, and is very cute. And then she talks in this half awake, half asleep voice about the way that mirrors function and how this world, like in meta context, this world that we're seeing now is merely a blurry reflection, but also has like an interesting point about our inability to really see ourselves clearly, both in mirrors, and I think that the implication is in terms of being able to self-examine and understand ourselves. I think that's sort of a cornerstone of most of Monogatari is like we don't really understand ourselves very well, and a lot of the aberrations or oddities that these characters go and deal with are the parts of themselves that they don't understand or don't want to see, and they're forced to by circumstance and by experience to come face to face with themselves, with a part of themselves that they don't like, and eventually, if they want to solve it, if they want to save themselves, to understand it and integrate it. So I found this to be a really interesting conversation, and a very, very much this is a setting a tone of some kind thing going on here. All right, and then we have Ononoki back to her more normal self, thank God, because I was not a big fan of that other Ononoki. We have a bunch of fantastic wordplay and banter and dialogue between the two of them, and some more about the sides of Araragi that he knows exist but doesn't really want to admit, like the part about taking all their clothes off all the time. Yep, that's you, Araragi. That's definitely you. We are sort of... Oh, yeah, and then there's this whole video game sequence, which is amazingly done and really cool pixel art. And looks really good. and is really interesting. um this whole sequence with the strange shapes and the abstract geometry going on is just awesome. I don't know what it's supposed to be, but it is awesome. And then as we move along, as we're walking, I don't know if it's intentional, but we end up on train tracks again, which is kind of where we began in Bake a little bit. And then we start introducing bits and pieces of what I would call Ogi imagery, stuff that's pretty solidly associated with Ogi are the lights, the bars, the signs, the things like that are becoming more and more apparent in the background of these scenes as we walk along. So I am thinking that Ogi is going to have a part to play in this situation, but I don't know what. I don't know how. Yeah, that's a possibility, but instead there is a gigantic Disney castle where the woman, not the oddity, the woman, Kiss Shot, Asarelia, Orion, Heart Under Blade, lives. A super powerful person without oddity powers. The side of her, the other side of her. If we think about the other side of her, the side that we see is the oddity side so often. So inside is her persona, her personality, but as a powerful woman with no abilities. All right, we're gonna need some clarification and need to go on to the next one, which means that we are committing to watching all 6 episodes. I was pretty sure we were going to do it anyway, but now we're committed. I was going to take a break at the 3 episode mark, but it's actually pretty early for me to go and make food for my dog and stuff, and I'm feeling full of energy and ready to go. So we're just going to take a quick breaky thingy, do a syncy thingy, and then we'll jump into episode 4. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are all synced up and ready to go for Zoku Owari episode 4. Of the episodes that I have, this one is the shortest. The first 2 were the same length at 24:35. The one that we just finished was 26. This one is 23:37, then back to 26, and then the last episode is 32. So, interesting. This will be a shorter one. Okay, we're about to go and meet the human, but seemingly very wealthy, very powerful, very influential Kiss Shot Asarelia Orion Heart Under Blade. And I have a feeling it's not going to make sense, but also going to make Nisioi sense. Let's do it. Beep beep timer. Straight into the OP, okay? A blurred reflection, eh? She doesn't know because you're not related to the devil. Right. Right. Right, okay. Okay. But that doesn't matter. The world is a paradox. Let's meet Kiss Shot. Mm. Uh-huh. And thus the castle comes with. Through the kaleidoscope. It's pretty weird. What? No! Ah! A blurred view, eh? Same and different from the patron that I am acquainted with. Kind of. Or are they the same? I don't know. That's such a cool visual. I would trust you. Indeed, but it's no less real. To think. Right. Of course. Different kind of power. Oh. Ka. Her voice is like silk. Certainly, but how? Yeah. Oh. Hmm. Hmm. You're just going around pointing them out. Back to balance, back to signs. Right. Okay. Well, yeah. Yep. Important not to know yourself. Otherwise, the illusion is shattered, but it's not an illusion. Yeah. She's his reason to live. So it's the opposite. Pew! Explain. Oh. Hmm. How awful. A curse. From who? Oh my god. Senchogahara. Kagenui or yourself. Or Senchogahara. Okay, it's you. It's always you. Who could it be? Hi, Oikura. This is real weird. I mean, not opposed. I'm sure. Shadow. Hmm. Uh-huh. Will the reflection freeze? Whoa. Ski. You're getting all scary now. Ugh. Ugh. I don't like Tsundere or Yandere Tsukihi. I don't like it. Things are starting to fall apart in this world, aren't they? Things are gonna start getting real weird. He saw a reflection that was smiling. That was weird. Right. Right. It's not enough. Uh Whoa, no. Yeah. Yeah. It was an Ogi. It was a creepy Ogi smile. Washing your face, your mask. And to call it a smirk. Things are feeling real ominous. What's that? Die? Hmm. They're not. How? Eh? Yeah. It's keeping you here because you don't want to be? Right. What about getting back? And then you cease being a negative influence, but it becomes an influence on you. That seems to be part of the key, though. What about Senjokahara? Was that a flash of Senjo's house at the very end there? Right. To them you are. Don't know. All right, you distract. You search the house. Okay. I don't think that's the point. Up. Hello, Rainy Devil. Fight. Let the battle begin. Okay, let the bath begin. Why do I have a feeling it's definitely not going to work? Wash your face. Right. Eh. Eh. Oh. Suruga? The other. Yeah. 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 Not Suruga. The other guy in. Oh my god, we actually get to meet her. I believe it. I believe it. Okay. 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 We got another guy in. What is her deal? She's like gone in our world, right? So why is she here? It's really chilly this morning. I mean, it's early afternoon now, but it's still chilly. Okay. Okay, there's one thing I want to take a peek at. Is that around 1920? I wrote down the timestamp for it. When he says that there are all of these things in this world. All these things in this world that. No? 1930? Okay. For that? Yeah, okay. Flashing through places. I think the last frame is a flash of Senjogahara's house. It is. 2 frames. Wow, okay. I was wondering about that because we haven't mentioned Senjogahara's existence at all. She doesn't appear to exist in this world. As far as we know. At least we haven't gone and sought her out. But that doesn't really make any sense, but it also doesn't have to. If he's with Oikura, then he maybe never... The him in this world maybe never got into a relationship with her at all. And if he never became invested in the whole oddity thing with... no, but then he's still her patron. But then... then Kambaru would have no reason to hate him, but does. But none of that matters. Logic is out the window, right? It doesn't matter. But of all of the reasons for him to go back from this world to that one, to his reality, as real as this place may be, and though it may be better for some people, some of the other sides of people in this world, Senjogahara doesn't seem to be here. And I think that's going to be critical to some extent. So, when he washes his face, it creates a connection. And we had a lot of conversations in ORES 2 about masks and faces. So I feel like there's some connection there. And that we saw when he was being washed by Tsukihi, we saw that smirk, that Ogi smirk. Something's weird. Something's weird. So I don't entirely 100% understand the overwhelmed by her glory idea here as he is coming to a death wish. I don't entirely get it. My theory from before was that, like, in the real world she is his reason for living, and thus coming up and being in her presence would be the opposite in this world. But that doesn't really make sense, does it? And it doesn't really make sense given that Ononoki sort of expected this behavior from him and was putting a time limit on his ability to talk to her. And likewise, she was expecting, Kishot was expecting this behavior. This is just the influence she has, just how glorious she really is. Beyond all of the powers, all of the vampirism, all of her status as an oddity slayer, she is and always has been amazing. But that amazing? I don't know. I don't know. It was fun to see Araragi continuing to catch himself, just like, wait, why am I trying to kill myself now? Weird. And it was just kind of a gorgeous scene, showing elements of Kishot, but never her face, never her eyeline, as we go through. And this mentality of being the victim, when you are, in fact, the tragedy itself, given form in this world. You are the thing that does not belong here. Not in this reality. And the negative influence is beginning. Now, Skihi's acting real weird. Everybody's starting to act real weird. I thought that this was going to start a spiral down into horrifyingness, where all the characters become really, really, really awful. Not sure if that's actually where this is going at the moment, but am interested to see if we do spiral out of control a little bit more. Now, I do want to look up the Copenhagen interpretation of quantum mechanics. Attempt to understand. Yep, by Niels Bohr and somebody blah 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 Heisenberg. one of the oldest interpretations. It is okay. It's that physical systems don't have definite properties prior to being measured. That quantum mechanics can only predict the probability distribution of a particular measurement. And then measuring, yeah, the existence of an observer affects the system. Oh, that actually does make a lot more sense and causes the collapse of a wave function. If we consider Araragi in this universe as being the only real observer, then his existence would cause everything to collapse around him into one certainty, as opposed to its set of possibilities. Wherever he okay, whichever reality he's in collapses down to a set of certainties. Here we're in a different set of measurements, different possibilities, but his existence is altering them in a different way. Ooh. Ooh, that's actually a really cool thing to think about. Now, the Copernican revolution is just the belief that the Earth revolves around the sun, right? The paradigm shift of from the Ptolemaic model of the heavens. Okay. And so what she's saying is that instead of viewing yourself as the center of the universe, view yourself as a piece of the puzzle orbiting around the rest of the things, the rest of reality around you. That's how she's relating it to his presence in this world and her recommendation that she decide to that he should decide to fit in and be just a planet orbiting it on his path, being influenced and pressured by everything else instead of being the center around which things revolve. So long as there's hope, I'll pursue it. And we get that flash. Where did Araragi Koyomi go? And Gaen Toei. For the first time, we get to meet her. I am excited. She's got cool gradients in her hair, and she's a seemingly sexy, mature lady. I'm into this. This is gonna be scary. Cool. Let's go ahead and jump on into the next episode. I'm gonna do a syncy thingy. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are all synced up and ready to go for episode 5 of Zoku Owarimonogatari. Enter Gaen Toei. How is this going to go? I don't know. Let's find out. Beep beep timer. I didn't notice that hand before. Following him. Wind blowing things around outside. Aye. This seems normal. The one and only. Yeah, I thought so. Well, not this world. But the other side is that she really lives on. Her influence is always there, right? Yeah, that's pretty fair. Nail on the head. Right. Mm-hmm. Yeah, kinda. Not quite. That's another take. Well, she's the other side. Yeah. She's got all the meta knowledge. She's got all the meta knowledge. She doesn't know everything in universe, she knows everything out of universe. A perfect observer. Whoa! I love her. Okay. Again. Uh-huh. Okay. She is understanding. And that's why she's meta. Knew nothing, understands everything. Whoa. Whoa. Kaiki. God damn it. Okay. What you got? Eh? I'd just go along with it, bud. There's something more to this. Hey. Yeah, why did you do that? Gonna tell us? That'd be cool. Sure. Sure, why not? Yeah, hit me with it. Don't know or don't understand. Ogie. What? And she's gone. The other parts in Hana. Hmm. Hmm. Oh, the setups. Right. Hana. Right. Right. But to yourself? Yeah. Oh, a rainy devil. You did. Your partner. And she's gone. Whether it's light or it's dark, there is no question. But Tsuhai, go to your high school. The path is before you. You have to see your own back in the mirror. Kind of the opposite. Yeah. Ooh, this is a new soundtrack? Let's do it. Let's do it. Yeah. The path is before us. Hmm. They're not there. Only yourself in the mirror. You have to look at your own back from a different angle. This is cool. Only visible in the mirror, and only to you. Aww. And you'd win. Is this? Yeah, that's whatchamacallit? Fuck the Alex, right? It's a Kubrick film. What's it called? Can't remember what it's called. Clockwork Orange. Okay. Okay. Sure. Okay. She's not affected. You're already dead. No entry. Just to avoid it. Okay. Why don't I just go on my own? Alright, that's a cool pose. I'm sure. Because you are no longer one. Hmm. Hmm. Ant. Okay. No school uniforms? It was never here. The other side. Ogi. Gonna put it. Oh, God. Oh, Lord. No, that's not weird at all. It's extremely odd. Uh-huh. Right. The rest of them are not. Ogi only really appears in that outfit. Finally, that comes back in. Oh. Had told her all she would, and she was on her way. Okay. To the shrine. Yeah. Oh. Wait, is that... It's Mini Hanakawa! She's back! She's back! What? Where's Black Hanakawa? Who cares? I'm okay with that. Everything's getting fucked up. Ah. I see. Hmm. Oh, that's probably good. That's probably a good thing. Sure. Okay. Oh. You think it's been solved? What makes you think it's been solved? Hmm. What are you about to explain? Okay. Yeah, could we get some understanding? Oh, he already went to Naotsu and potentially fixed. Okay, it's approaching its end. Sure. Realizing what? She got accidentally locked away in the mirror? Eh? Okay. Okay. To school we go, dressed in Ogi clothes. And he is approaching Ogi? Brogi? Broshino Brogi? Is that who it's gonna be? I doubt it, buddy. I think this is where things get solved. Is there a mirror somewhere? The Forgotten Classroom? Where we first met Ogi. Kind of. Yeah. Broshino Brogi. Hi. Get no shit. Okay. Okay. Knowing and not knowing mean nothing. Because plenty of the things you think you know are wrong. It's all about understanding. Alright, this might have been the coolest episode yet. The entire conversation with Gaen Toei is a nice mind-bending thing. I mean, it always is when we first meet a character who has some kind of statement on knowledge. It kind of always has been. Like, when we first talked to Hanakawa about that, it's super interesting. When we first talked to Gaen Izuko about that, it's super interesting. Same when we talked to Ogi for the first time, and she says, "I know nothing. You already know everything." And these are things that super define the characters, are core traits. And here we have a new one, Gaen Toei, the woman who doesn't believe that knowing or not knowing is important, that they mean nothing, that understanding is everything. And she comes at Araragi with weird meta knowledge, like the entire premise of this situation, understanding what that is and that it's silly. Even more than Gaen Izuko, she strikes me as an Oisin insert, but in a very weird way. And almost seems to chastise me as a viewer. for caring so much about knowing what's going on as opposed to understanding why it's happening to these characters and understanding what it is meant to mean. Because to know is not worth it. So many things you think you know are wrong. Ah. It does what I think it was Ononoki was commenting on before, which was saying that the story doesn't really lead into Hana very well. It doesn't really gel. And her inclusion here makes it gel. It makes the transition into Hana's focus on the pieces of the Rainy Devil coming back, and Saruga's having to wrestle with that and wrestle with her own self. Makes it fascinating. It also gives us some more information and some more like understanding of what Araragi did differently by embracing his own other side, his own aberration, his own monster. Because she created a monster herself in the creation of the Rainy Devil and split it up into pieces to keep it inactive. And she and her family are specialists in monster creation. Interesting. The entire conversation that she has about facing your other side and using mirrors to do so is exactly what seems to be happening here. Araragi has journeyed into the mirror in order to see himself from another angle, and it's all frozen in time just as he is in that moment between not knowing where knowing where he's been but not knowing where he's going. It's a moment of self-reflection, literally, to realize the existence of your partner. Your partner is Ogi. Interesting. Also, she's pretty hot, but it's more about the creepiness of this entire experience. The way that she starts glitching out and disappearing, the way that we go into this monochromatic, like flat colored, blocky animation style, the way that she just disappears from behind him as the soap continues to work. But it's because he's seeing himself in the mirror here, right? And she is not in the mirror. Not on this side. It's your other side, but you can't let it be the opposing side. And he scrapes it into him. Or she scrapes it into him. To see your own back, you'll need a mirror. That's right, to see yourself, you need a mirror. The Rainy Devil was my mirror, and Oshino Ogi is yours. And we get the message, which he then delivers later, kind of. And then she is gone. And all there is mirror writing on his back. He has to examine himself to understand. Fucking perfect. I'm sure that these are some specific references to some specific anime, and I did eventually get that this is Clockwork Orange, and it's pretty great. It's actually like a really, really funny moment here, and it's the Voight-Kampf, right? What is the machine they put him in? Clockwork Orange Voight-Kampf, or is that am I mixing up? That Voight-Kampf test. Is that I'm mixing up yeah, I'm mixing up Blade Runner and Clockwork Orange. Okay. And it is Alex. Alex DeLarge. Damn droogs. It's the Ludovico technique. That's what it is. The aversion therapy. And that's what is being used as a symbol here. That's pretty great. We did get some really solid Ononoki poses in this episode, I have to say. Just I can't not admit it. She's posing like a JoJo's character. Not actually like a JoJo's character, but doing crazy poses and stuff. And this entire conversation that they have on the balance beam that has been pretty solidly associated with Ogi goes through his clothing. Ah, I see. Ogi-ish eyes, and ends up wearing a fucking girl's uniform. I'm turning into Oshino and sitting at the red lights, waiting to cross, waiting for the rules. And there is another side to Hanakawa Tsubasa. It doesn't need to make sense. It's just that there are multiple other sides to her. And thank goodness the tiger hasn't shown up yet. In we go, around we look, and eventually we find Broshino Brogi. What's up? Well, I'll say it again. Soundtrack continues to be fucking delightful and really impressive. Storytelling overall has been really interesting and has kept me invested. And this silly premise is already one of the more interesting of Oisin stories that I've come into contact with. So leave it to Oisin. Let's watch the final episode. I'll take a breaky thingy, do a syncy thingy, and we'll be back in a moment for this 32-minute big long episode. See you in a moment. Peace. All right, welcome back. We are all synced up and ready to go for the finale of Zoku Owarimonogatari. It's the end of the end now. Let's do it. We're going to meet Broshino Brogi, we're going to talk some stuff out, and then maybe we'll get a punchline. Let's see. Beep beep timer. The Shinobu Castle. I guess that could be the Rainy Devil's hand chasing him. His uniform. Her uniform. Hey, turn the page back. Yeah, it's pretty weird. This is just how I dress. Right. Right. The non-existent classroom. Oh, really? Hmm? He was desperate. Saga. Eh. Ah, so you're the one who told her. Mm. Uh-huh. Till the next book comes out. That it's all a dream. Sure. Bringing back that piece of soundtrack. The light changing. Right. Sure. Hi, Shadow. I don't think that's what Ogi's talking about. Ah, don't do that. Wake up. What are you doing, Oisin? What are you doing, Oisin? Okay. It wasn't a dream. Good. God damn it, Oisin. Why would you do this? Why would you fake an it's all a dream? I don't know anything. Uh-huh. Marilyn. Yeah, it seemed to be. Why? I guess that makes sense. Nichio sense. Ah, you've been stuck here. That's a good question. Yeah, does it really matter? Okay. So you're Ogi. Yeah. %80. Right. Okay. And so you're saying that the Araragi that was here is dead? Is gone? So the lack of your existence is what enables this Oikura? Maybe. Emphasize or empathize? What? Mm-hmm. All I can think of is the dark cherry mystery of the two Ogis shattering past each other. Can't enter rooms without permission. Mm. Shinobu? Shinobu? He brought the mirror world. Ha! Ha! How do we unpull it into this world? Same difference. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ah, Don Quixote. But, wow, the reflection of the moon. It. So that's why the conversation about it was all a dream? including Oikura. For seemingly obviously good reasons. Oh, geez. That's cool. She already knows. Yeah. Yep. Oh? Hmm. And what would have happened then? Okay. Always. Hmm. Hmm. A dream for all of them. Hmm. Flip. Flip. What parts can we leave? Okay. Does that mean Oikura will get a chance to be happy? Sure. Hmm. Hmm. Yeah, we gotta put things back. Change home back to the way. Yeah. From high school. I want to move on. The fuck is that? Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. Wow. Darkness and light, and the mirror in between. You were wallowing in your own regrets. Sure. Or a punchline, you could say. All right. Bye, Oshino, I guess. A title. No need for one. Hey, we got Hachikuji back. Everything is the right way up. And that is enshrined. Wake up! Wake up! Huh? Hey, what's up, Senjokahara? You made it back. Yeah. It's fine. Go for it. Honestly, you could wear a burlap sack and you would still be fine. That is one short skirt, though, girl. Hmm. uh. Uh. Hmm. Okay. She crazy. Wasn't it? Hmm. Hmm. Never met her. Oikura. Hmm. Oikura. I think Oikura is the biggest regret. The one that you haven't been able to fix. That. Hmm. 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 Oof. Thanks, Light. You always have the best commentary, Streetlight. In the mirror. Jump. Just leap. Hmm. Hmm. Jesus. It's way too perfect. It's way too perfect. At the start of this video, I talked about a couple of things. I talked about... And I had no idea how ridiculously relevant they would be. No idea. But I talked about a couple of things. One of the things that I talked about was Monogatari as a series, as a show, being a mirror or a lens through which we can relate to ourselves and see our own world with an odd, distorted clarity. And the other thing that I talked about was the bittersweetness of coming to the end of this chapter. And Monogatari has been a chapter in my life as a viewer and as part of what I do. It has been a chapter. And it's coming to an end. And I talked about how difficult it was to leave it behind. Little did I know that Oisin, in his infinite fucking wisdom, would write a story that was about those two things at its core. Was about the regret and the fear that comes with leaving something behind, something that you've related to, and was about seeing yourself more clearly through the distorted mirror of your own regrets and those of those around you. The conclusion to this story that we got in this episode is a message to people finishing the show, right? It has as much meaning in universe as I think it does to me right now out of universe. Because because at the start of this section of Monogatari, I was standing in front of a mirror hoping that it would freeze. That was the feeling that I had, was I don't want to take this step forward and watch Zoku, because when I do, it will be over and I don't know what comes next. I don't know whether it'll be my right or my left foot, essentially. And then here at the end, we leap. Wow. Wow. Combine that with the conversations about understanding even if you don't know. This couldn't be more perfect, could it? It really couldn't. What is it that you were regretting? What is it that you were afraid of? And welcome home. Good work. Hmm. And the reward is banter with her. What was it? It was regret or the representation of it. For me, the regret of an ending. Reached out to it because I didn't want to lose it. Because I wanted to stay frozen forever. Me too, Araragi, me too. Caught up in what I had done for myself. Hmm. I never did meet you because no regrets. Didn't resolve it, just remembered it, faced it, accepted it, and moved on. Can't take it all upon me or with me. That that right there. That's perfect. That is exactly how I feel about coming to the end of Monogatari. I can't take it with me. I can't change it. I can't probably can't even remember all of it. I know I can't. But it should be fine for me to think back on it every so often. And I have to say, I love this line. I love this whole sequence. No regrets concerning you. Hmm. Worrying about something that doesn't matter can still freeze you, can still lock you into place. Sometimes you just have to jump. Hmm. What a perfect ending. Not just for this arc, but for this series. And it's probably not the end. And it takes something outside of yourself to look at you and say, that's so silly. Just take the leap. Don't be left behind. Toward the next story. Whatever that may be. Ah. There were so many cool visuals in this episode. The use of the film grain over Ogi talking, the conversion of everything to manga for a couple of different panels and different scenes. The whole sequence of them circling one another and then switching places. This sequence as like a manga fight scene, complete with all the tone. What a fantastic fucking episode. What a fantastic arc. I think it has just everything about Monogatari is built into it. Bits and pieces of all of the characters. Self-reflection, literally. And an invitation to us as the audience to reflect upon ourselves and our own experiences with this strange and interesting dream. At some point, I'll consider doing a retrospective of the Monogatari series as a whole, but for now, I think I'm a little bit too close to it to see it clearly. Does that make sense? I don't know. What I do know is that I was worried what I was going to say here at the end of this video, which, for all intents and purposes, until there's another section to watch, is going to be the last Monogatari video on my channel for a good while. I was really worried about what to talk about here. It's always weird to leave a series behind or to try to finish it. There's an impulse to finality. There's a desire to say something profound, and I don't know that I have anything profound to say. But after this arc, I don't know what I can do besides to point at the lesson in it, the message in it about regret and about trying to hold on to what has come before. I don't know what to do except to point to it and say that. I could try and re-express it in my own words, but it wouldn't be as eloquent or as beautiful or as interesting as what I just watched and what I was able to take away from it. And I don't know if you get what I get from it, but that's okay because it's there, and maybe you see a different version of your own reflection in the mirror that is this section of Monogatari, but I see a perfect mirror of myself in this moment today, worried that I didn't know what I was going to do when Monogatari ends, and I still don't, and that still scares me. But that's okay. It's kind of hard to say that when the show itself just told you the answer, right? Just leap. It doesn't matter which foot you take. It doesn't matter. Just jump. Maybe find someone to jump with. I've found people to jump with. There are there are hundreds of them waiting right now in in my Discord and on my Patreon, just waiting for this video to be released. Pulling me forward. I think I think the best closing thought that I could say about Monogatari is that this feeling of feeling like the best thing that I could do, the best way that I could explain how I feel about it is to point at it and say, just look at it, is something that I've experienced before in this show. In certain of the arcs, I feel like the Neko arcs were in the same way, and some other ones, certain other ones, where the show shines a light on elements of the human soul, elements of me, elements of people that I've known, in a way that transcends fiction, that is real and true, as real as anything, more so. That's something that Oisin is a master of, and Shaft has adapted it beautifully. This is a gorgeous show in many, many ways, and I regret not watching it sooner, but I'm also so glad that I get to watch it now. There's nothing like it. There's nothing like it in the wide, wide world. And I am grateful that I've gotten to experience it. And I'm grateful for those of you who've come along with me. Whether your first time or your fifth time watching through this show, I think I understand why you would want to go back, but this episode actually makes me want to try not going back for a little while. And I think it'll be okay if I think back on it now and then. What a nice dream. Peace.